You everyone, it's Sam here. Welcome to the finale of Season 3 of the Pinnacle League. We're here in Brazil for this final round, and as you can see, it is absolutely bucketing it down here at the Interlagos circuit. So already at this final race, the drama is beginning. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit of an extended qualifying, so I'll probably put like a link to the race start like I did with last season's, but this one isn't quite as long, so yeah, if you want to stay for this bit then go ahead, but if you want to skip the race then just do that now. But yeah, going into this race off the back of third place in the last round, and of course you remember me saying that a podium in both races would be enough to win the championship for me, so if I repeated that performance here again, then I would be finishing this race as the Season 3 champion. It would be my first championship that I've ever won in a league race. I've lost a fair few at this track, and it's certainly not been a happy hunting ground in that sense, but yeah, I was certainly hoping that this time that run would come to an end, certainly as I came into this with a much better position in the championship as I have in previous ones. But yeah, just a little bit, so that's pretty much it for this season then. As our last race for me and Brandon as Lotus teammates, and we were certainly looking to get a 1-2 here, but at the moment things weren't looking too great for us. But who knows what'll happen in the race. But yeah, looking ahead to next season, I'm still going to be at Lotus. It'll be my second season with the team, like I did 2 seasons with Ferrari, so saw a little bit of a pattern there. But I'm actually going to be joined by Callum next season, who has been he's been in the Pinnacle League pretty much since it started as well. So yeah, I think we're going to make a pretty good duo next season, hopefully go for that constructors title, and yeah, I hope that we'll certainly be taking quite a few wins between us. I mean, we've both won races this season. We were first and second, no we weren't actually, never mind, I was going to say we were first and second in Singapore, but then I remembered that James actually passed me near the end of that race. But yeah, certainly hoping that next season at least we'll be able to get some 1-2 finishes, and I expect me and Brandon will probably be finishing first and second at some point, which would be just typical after all the races we've done where we haven't managed a 1-2. Although we were on course for that in one of the TGP races back in season 4, but then he disconnected and handed me the win, so yeah, that was very unfortunate for him in that race. But yeah, this is the best qualifying lap that I do in this session now that we're on, and with these wet ones I always really struggle to begin with, and it normally takes me the whole session to build up my speed. I mean, I suppose that's kind of the case in dry sessions as well actually, but certainly in the wet ones I never set a quick lap early on. I'm always sort of very near the bottom of the standings for quite a lot of the session, and then well, I'd like to think that most of the time I pop it right at the end with a quick lap, but I know that that's not always the case. But on this one I was looking much better, and I've been building it up quite well actually. I'd had some very good sector times before this, but I mean, I don't know if you saw a couple of laps ago, and the mistake I made going into that final corner with that curve on the entrance, it just launched the car completely, and that really like threw the lap a little bit. But this time it was nice and clean, and we actually take second place here on the grid, which is crucial for us because James got pole, so he's only going to take 2 points off us, so that means the gap is going to be 20 points going into this final race. So that means that as long as I finish in 6th place, I will be winning the championship, and if he gets the fastest lap of race, then no, never mind, I can finish 7th as long as he gets fastest lap of race. That was what it was. But if he did get it, I would need a top 6. But yeah, Jordan didn't get in the top 3, so things not looking too great for him at this stage. But we got the lights coming on now, and for the final time in season 3 we are away. I get a decent start here, but James gets a much better one than me actually, and Arte's having a look as well. But I've still got the inside line to turn 1, but James has that covered straight away, and he leads out of these first few corners. And I wanted to do what Arte did. Well, I kind of I don't know, actually, maybe not. I was going to say I wanted to do what Arte did last season and get ahead straight away, but having said that, there wasn't really much need for me to do that at this stage, because of course it wouldn't make much difference. I mean, I'm in championship position at the minute. But yeah, you can see Arte was all over the back of me at this stage, and I didn't want to get into too much of a battle with them just because I didn't want to get caught up in any incidents, but of course it wouldn't matter too much for us if he did pass us, and that was lucky really, as we've got DRS enabled here on lap 3, and he's going to make a lunge at us into turn 4, and yeah, he's just about got through there. I thought I might be able to hang on the outside, but not quite. And now DLT's having a look at us as well. Of course he'll be looking to try and help his teammate James here, but I managed to hang on to it, run on the inside of 5, so yeah, it was still in 3rd for now, and I kind of didn't want to get into too many battles here, but I was just going along normally here, and I did manage to stay within DRS here of Arte, so I did get a look back at him here on lap 5 into turn 4, but he just about managed to hang on around the outside, and then I think DLT is going to appear behind us now because, well, we were battling, so yeah, not going exactly how I planned it at this stage as he's getting alongside us here into turn 6, but we're still going to try and fight around the outside. I mean, of course, want to avoid any kind of side pod glitches here, because the last thing I want is some final race drama that would stop me winning the title, but DLT's still on our inside, and he's just about staying ahead of us at this stage. I've got the inside line for the final corner, and I'm just about getting ahead for now, and there's a little bit of wheel banging as well, but you can see there's quite a train of cars here that field didn't exactly split up much after these opening laps, except for one person I can see there quite near the back, but DLT's got DRS, and so have we in fact, but he seems to have better straight line speed, and he almost got through there, but I was just a little bit later on the brakes, and I managed to maintain 3rd place for now. But of course at this stage it doesn't really matter, of course, but still going along here. We've got DRS again, that must have been from Arte I guess, and we're just holding on to positions as a queue of cars are waiting to line us up, and I guess at this stage I did have to be a bit careful about who I was letting through and who I wasn't, but of course I wasn't just going to let people through, of course, but I mean, it's all about like how much you defend. As I run wide there, and yeah, DLT is going to get through. I think there's a bit of lag going on there because he just kind of chopped our nose off a bit, but we're down to 4th at this stage, so of course we're still okay at this point. And then you got Jordan in 5th, who still has a chance at the title, but with James pulling away and me in a decent position, things weren't looking too great from him at this stage, but he's still going to make the most of that little error from us there, and he's up into 4th, and he's going to go straight after the 2 Taylors now for 2nd place. And we're going to have DRS here, of course, so of course we're in 5th at this stage, so we're alright at the minute, but we can only really afford to lose one more place if certainly if James gets fast lap of the race in this. So we're going to skip to lap 8 now, where pit stops were going to be happening, and of course it was lap 8 in TVP series, so I disconnected from a championship position, but surely that's not going to happen again, is it? As Jordan runs wide, and we're back up into 4th, but DLT is going very slowly there. We've lost connection to the host, and we have, yeah, we lost connection. But I did actually have a spare invite to this race, so I did manage to get back in as a spectator just in case like James didn't win and I somehow managed to win the title still despite disconnecting. But you can see here DLT was coming in the pits, and that allowed James back through to take the lead and get back into championship position for him. So yeah, we are going to watch a little bit of this here. So you can see a nice battle here for 2nd place between Arte and Jordan after their pit stops, and you can see Arte was lagging quite a bit there. Only 5 laps to go at this stage. You can see on the map James had a nice lead at this point. But Jordan's going at the inside into turn 2, and this could be a very good battle here for 2nd place. Oh, never mind, Arte's disconnected as well. So that's a nice comfortable 2nd place for Jordan then, but luckily for me, not enough for him to overtake me in the championship. But one person who is though is James. He's done a very good job in these final 2 races. He's done what he had to do and got 2 very convincing wins, and that person behind him was actually a lap down in fact, so he did a very good job here, and I'm not feeling too bitter about losing this because he's done very well this season, and there he goes to take the win and the championship with it. So well done to James. And yeah, there's the final results then. There's a double podium for Williams in the end, with Jordan getting second place in his last race for Ferrari. But yeah, that's pretty much it then for this season. A bit of a sad note to end the season on, but once again, well done to James. And of course, I'll be looking next season to try and win the title with my new teammate, same team, of course, but yeah, certainly looking for a different outcome. So if you enjoyed this, leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.